Why on earth are you on the roof of the blacksmith shop? What's up, Agents? Zero here, and welcome back to another Minecraft Pocket Edition Seed Showcase. Now, as I've mentioned several times over, I actually really enjoy looking at all these different kinds of seeds. And today I've got yet another really interesting seed. This has by far one of the best sets of generations that I've seen thus far. Then I technically say that every time I do one of these videos. They're all cool in their own right. I'm gonna be completely honest. So, before I begin, I was actually debating on doing either this or that space map on Friday because they came out, I want to say, relatively close to each other. I didn't really check. I'm such an idiot. I didn't even look at that. So yeah. So I decided I wanted to do the space map then and hold off on the seed until today. And so let's go ahead and get started. So let's go ahead and generate random. And this has one of the most interesting things that I've seen so far. I mean, I've not seen any other seed that has quite as much stuff in the seed itself as this one. So here's the seed: -200, 889, 213. Alright, that's the seed we're going to be taking a look at. And I did, in fact, just as always, find the seed via MCPEDL. So you guys can go ahead and go check that out in the description. Even though I'm technically doing a video on it and the seeds are the same regardless, there's really no two videos that you can make where the seeds are going to be, the gameplay is going to be any different. It's not going to be anything like that. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. So let's go ahead and get started with this. Just waiting for the terrain to build up. This is like one of the most boring, but there we go. So let's go ahead and clear our inventory really quickly. And you can obviously tell that we went ahead and spawned in a village, which is nice, but that's not what's going on here. We spawn in the middle of 2 villages. Isn't that cool? Alright, so one thing to note about this particular set of villages is that both of them actually have a blacksmith, which means double the loot. But that's not all there is to this seed. There's actually a stronghold nearby. So you got 3 completely separate generated structures all within spawn, which is really nice. So I'm going to go ahead. Why on earth are you on the roof of the blacksmith shop? I have no clue. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at this chest in the blacksmith, in the woodland smith shop. We've got ourselves a few apples, an iron ingot, and a pair of iron boots, and I'm lagging like crazy. There we go. Got some obsidian, some bread, some saplings. I mean, it's not bad starting loot, to be completely honest. But I'm really curious. I know whenever I look at these seeds and I go to MCPDL, it does technically say what loot is in the blacksmiths to begin with, but I'm pretty sure that the loot doesn't necessarily stay the same. I could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure it changes. We've got even more obsidian, another pair of iron boots, an iron helmet, some gold, some apples, bread. That's actually not bad. I mean, I think at this point, you have enough obsidian to build. Actually, is there enough obsidian straight away to make a nether pearl? I'm not gonna actually light the nether pearl. We got 12. Just from this one chest, we have 12 obsidian, which is definitely enough in order to make a nether portal, I'm pretty sure. Not including the corners, because I'm pretty sure it's a 3x2 structure. That doesn't include the corner, so that would technically make it 5 by 4, if my math is correct. So you definitely have enough obsidian straight away to actually start off. And then I did also mention not the past tense. I don't know why I did that. That there's a stronghold, and I'm looking for the village well, because the stronghold is actually, there it is. The stronghold is actually under the village well, and hey, there's a cave down in here. I do not want to go in there. This cave was not mentioned on the web page, and I am kind of curious on like what's all down here. Like, is this even, if you use this seed to start your world, is this like worth using the cave? Okay, we've got quite a bit of iron so far. This looks like it might even go down maybe the diamond level. I'm not entirely sure because it just keeps going down. Okay, so yeah, it just keeps going down, but we're not necessarily here. I was just curious on what was in store for this particular cave. It wasn't really necessary that I went down there, but hey, it's a cave, so we actually have some resources to start off with at the start of the seed, which is actually really nice. But I got distracted, so if we go ahead and go down here, I mentioned if we go all the way down to the bottom and break down the bottom here and come down inside, we have ourselves a stronghold. Now, strongholds, I'm pretty sure that are also somewhat randomly generated to an extent. I'm pretty sure that strongholds also hold a number of chests, and I'm not entirely sure what kind of loot are in these chests, but there, I do believe, yeah, here we go. Here is the end portal, so that wasn't actually too bad. I mean, I've showcased one other seed containing a stronghold, and that particular seed is what I actually used to generate my current survival world. I used a pre-generated seed for that, and from when I remember when I generated that particular seed and I did the showcase on it, and my gosh, was the end portal frame extremely difficult to get to. Then again, that's not including any sort of mob. And hey, we've got ourselves a chest right here. I kind of figured some redstone dust, some some diamond horse armor. That's actually not too bad. Then again, like I said earlier, I don't necessarily know if the actual chests are the same regardless. And I went back this way already. So that's actually not too bad, although I would not recommend going into the stronghold until you're properly geared, because, well, if you're not properly geared, then obviously you're going to get wrecked by whatever mobs are actually going to be down here. As you guys remember, I actually set this world to peaceful so that I didn't have that problem, because I am just simply doing a basic showcase of this map. But yeah, that's basically all there is to this map. Now, how do I get out of here? I forget. How do I get out? Did I come in through here? Yes, I came in through here. Okay. It's basically all there is to this seed, so it's not bad. We got ourselves quite a bit of pretty good loot to start off with. Then again, we got pumpkins here too, so you get yourself some nice resources to start off with. I'm kind of curious, what crops do they have? They appear to have wheat, carrots. I know it's probably boring to some of you guys, but for someone who enjoys doing a little bit of farming here and there, I am always curious to see what kind of crops. Do they have all the basic crops? I'm seeing carrot, I'm seeing wheat. I don't see any potatoes or beetroot. Then again, I haven't actually checked all the farms. I haven't even checked the farms on the other village. So it looks like just wheat and carrots over there. So I'm seeing wheat again. Looks like actually, what is this? Is this still carrots or is this potatoes? I gotta know. I mean, I know some of you guys probably don't care, but I do. Let's see. Well, these are potatoes. So you got yourself carrots, potatoes, wheat. So you're starting off with 3 of the 4 basic crops. I'm not seeing anything else. I'm not seeing actual beetroot. So yeah, I'm right. It's only 3 of the 4 basic crops, which actually isn't too bad. And then obviously you got the villagers to trade with. I don't usually bother looking at what trades they have in these kinds of videos. Do they happen to have a library? Because obviously library means books, and that means, well, you can get yourself started with an enchanting room pretty quickly. Okay, we've got 1 library right there. What about in here? No, that's just a basic house. I don't know why I'm calling it a basic house. I mean, they're all naturally generated houses. I don't know if basic necessarily means anything. Alright, so got 1 library to start off with. Is this another library? So we got 2 so far. So let's see. And no, that's not one there. What about in the desert village? I'm not seeing anything. Nope. So we got ourselves a total of 2 blacksmiths, a stronghold. We got ourselves 2 libraries, which means you can start off an enchanting area relatively quickly, although it's going to take a while before you're actually able to get to the necessary materials in order to make the well, actually not necessarily. The only thing you'd have to find are diamonds. You've got the obsidian, you've got the books. So it looks like the normal wood village is the only village that has libraries, which I suppose isn't actually all that bad. And 3 of the 4 crops for growing, I don't know why I need to say it, that's actually not too bad either. But you know what, on that note, this is probably a good place to go ahead and end off the video. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. Well, more than make sure to hit that subscribe button for future content. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at AgentCPU0 to stay updated. This has been Zeus Stews. Thank you guys for watching, and with that, I will see you guys later.